Everybody, welcome to another edition of Fantastic Interviews. The stars have aligned. I'm with the beautiful Jennifer, and Jennifer got it within like 5 seconds. But she was in such a good mood before I even introduced myself, because when she got in the car, her favorite song was playing.
Don't Stop Believing! And then
I can't wait to interview this young lady. She just told me briefly what she's doing. She just got back from Africa, and as you all know, I'm working with Nigel Benz, who's created the Mother of Humanity monument, who's creating, and that's going to be in Cameroon, Africa, and it celebrates motherhood. Are you a mother?
I am not a mother.
Do you have one?
I do have a mother who I love and adore. Thank you, Mom, for all the blessings you brought to my life.
The mothers of the world need to teach their children to be fantastic. I just introduced being fantastic to Jennifer. What do you think so far?
I love being fantastic. I wake up every day, and one of the techniques that I learned, Dr. Fantastic, is years ago I realized that when we first pop our eyes open, in that moment, our brain is still in an alpha wave state.
Okay.
And we can set our entire day, week, month, year by the first thought we think and the first words we say.
Like that.
So for about 15 years now, what I've been doing is I wake up and I say, I am creating the possibility that by the end of this month, I'm going to interview Deepak Chopra on my Metaphysics show. I started declaring this about a month ago, and I got a call from Deepak's people on Friday. We're doing the interview Monday.
Well, the positive affirmations are incredibly important to building your self-esteem and your confidence, which is all about, life is all about confidence, believing you can.
Yes.
You know, and so I am the professor of positivity, possibly and practically the most positive person on the planet.
I love that.
And
I thought I was the most positive person on the planet until I got in with you, and I actually was overwhelmed by your energy because I was like, wait, you're out positive. I don't know what to do with this material.
Well, I'm Dr. Fantastic, as you know now, and it's funny because I'm working with a couple companies, and I recently was introduced to a lot of employees at that company as Dr. Fantastic, not as Monty.
Yes.
Now, had they introduced me as Monty, it would have been okay, then fine, shake my hand.
Yes.
But when they say Dr. Fantastic, all of a sudden, when you hear the word, it makes you smile.
Yes.
When you say the word, it forces you to smile.
Yep.
And as you know, smiling releases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin
Yep.
that make you feel fantastic, make you look fantastic, and make you live longer. Do you know why you live longer when you smile or laugh?
I don't know. Tell me, Dr. Fantastic.
It releases stress.
Oh, I can see
And less
that.
stress means you're going to be a little healthier. A little healthier means you live longer. Happier people live longer.
I
We know
completely
that.
agree.
You know that.
We want to be immortal, right?
Well, if you keep your telomeres healthy.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I just saw a TED Talk on that. There was a doctor at a TEDx Reseda Boulevard who was doing a whole talk about how to reverse aging by rejuvenating the thymus, and it has to do with the telomeres. And I
Yes.
love Greg Braden's work on that as well. He's been
Well, one of my
talking about.
podcasts, I have 150 podcasts, and if you guys haven't heard it yet, I'll go to my podcast and look up Augie Nost. He's the one who introduced me to the telomeres. The
Okay.
guys who discovered the secret to aging, which is keeping your telomeres healthy,
Yeah, of course.
won the Nobel Prize for that.
It's huge. I just heard
Huge,
about it.
yeah.
I think it was on Gaia TV with Greg Braden doing an episode on it a couple weeks ago, and I was fascinated by it.
Well, what I'm trying to do, and with your help, I want you to become an ambassador of positivity.
Okay.
We need to share with the world our knowledge and our positive thinking and guide them to being a happier human.
I love that. I think it's a game that we can all play. I was just listening to Deepak's new book, MetaHuman, yesterday, and he said it's so true. So many of us have one bad thing happen, and then we go around and we say, oh, how can it get any worse? It's so tough. And my favorite game I was taught by a guest on my show, I host a show on Mondays called Get Yourself the Job. The show was in August of 2017, and my guest taught me this game. Every time something a little bit good happens to you, you say out loud, how does it get any better than this?
Okay.
And I kid you not, what happened, Dr. Fantastic? I was not looking to sell my company at the time. I had owned a company for about 8 or 9 years.
Uh-huh.
3 weeks later, out of the blue, playing this game every day, somebody offered to buy my company. And that's now afforded me the opportunity to be a digital nomad, travel the world, and help more people.
Well, that's what my goal is right now, to travel the world and spread my mission to make the world a happier place.
I love that.
Cultivate civility. And by cultivating civility and pollinating positivity, which is my mission, and all you have to do is eliminate the word good from your vocabulary. I mean, that's not all, but the start
One
is
of many things.
one of many things. But when you delete that word good, because it's a meaningless, boring,
Empty
bland,
word.
empty word, no energy whatsoever to it, and you replace it with the word fantastic, watch what happens. See, you just laughed again. When you tell people to have a fantastic day, or they did a fantastic job, or they look fantastic, and quite honestly, every day for the rest of your life, you're going to be asked how you are. Never say you're good, even when you're feeling lousy. Because if you say you're fantastic, you made them feel good, look good, live longer as yourself.
I love that.
Isn't it amazing?
I love it.
It's so
because-
easy.
And people are shocked too. I think that one of the other things I've noticed, Dr. Fantastic, I have an amazing significant other, and one thing I really admire about him, whatever restaurant we go to, grocery store we're at, he always asks that person their name, and he authentically asks them,
Oh.
how is your day? And he will ask them that by name. He'll say,
Oh.
Dr. Fantastic, how is your day? Think
That's
of how
very
many
nice.
people ride in an Uber, they get served by somebody at a restaurant, you meet someone at a hotel, and nobody even takes the time to get the other person's name. And so often we walk right by another human being and we never...
Blinders.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even think
Most people
about
have blinders on. They'll sit next to someone in an airplane for 8 hours and not talk to them.
Oh.
That's atrocious.
I have the funniest thing, Dr. Fantastic. So I actually have a folder in my Outlook called People I Meet on Planes. I
Oh.
have 10 good friends. I actually wound up doing some work with Tony Blair's people for a little bit because I sat next to his old executive director on a flight to London.
Oh.
And we were working together on some of the work they're doing at building virtual schools around the world.
Wow.
But I met Stephen Gold, who's a friend of mine now, who's the head of technology over at Saks. Just had him on my other show, Metaphysics, about why mentoring is so important for helping all of us as human beings.
Giving.
It's all
Being
about
kind. Being kind.
Yes.
You know, fantastic people, by the way, and you are a fantastic person, is a person that's giving. It's a person that's kind, considerate, friendly, polite, civil.
Yeah, I completely agree, Dr.
We
Fantastic.
need more of them.
And you know, here's the thing though too, is also having compassion for ourselves and for other people. When
Yes.
somebody is not in a kind, giving, receptive mood, not judging them or ourselves. Because I think that's the thing. If you were to say to somebody, hey, how's your day? Are you fantastic? They might not be receptive to it. And something that someone once taught me is to actually ask the other person's soul, is this person available to receive what I'm about to give? Because we can also exhaust our own resources by being positive and giving it to somebody who's not available mentally and spiritually to receive it.
Right.
I work on seeing, hey, is this person available to receive what I'm about to share?
Right.
If they are, great. I will share and just completely be vulnerable and open. And if they're not, then I might just kind of ease into it and say, oh,
Right.
tell me about that. What's going on?
Sometimes I'm too overbearing myself
Yeah.
because they might be in a bad mood, and I start telling about how to be fantastic, which I feel I'm doing some justice by sharing this movement and the thought
Yeah.
of being kind, you know, and being considerate. And sometimes, very seldom, they're not in the right space to
Yeah.
hear it, you know, which is fine. You know, I mean, it's their dime, but
Yeah, you have to be open to where people are at and meet them where they're at. And that's been one of my greatest opportunities to learn and grow is when we learn to listen to our inner selves, we can actually talk to each other's souls and hear and connect to that infinite consciousness. We're all part of the same consciousness, and it's only when we see each other as separate that's where hate, war, anger, disease comes from, is seeing one another as separate. When we all meditate on unity and how we can all be one with one another and be thoughtful and help to elevate the vibration, because your vibration might be really high, but sometimes I found that you might have to lower your vibration 3 frequencies to meet somebody who's at a level 1 if you're at a level 10, and then you're going to be able to elevate them from a level 1 to a level 4 by the end of the conversation rather than not be able to impact them at all.
See, I've traveled around the world, hitchhiked around the world at 17, and I always want to learn something from everyone I meet.
Yeah.
And that's how I got my education, by just meeting people. Whoop, 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 whoop. A little bit of red there.
It's okay. It was perfect. The universe provided for us.
One of my sayings, and you'll enjoy when you start listening to my philosophies, is there are no wrong turns in life. It took me 65 years and 6 months of left and right turns to meet you this morning. They all had to be correct to meet you this morning. And
Correct.
you did the same for your 25 years or how long you've been around. Left and right turns, right? You
Right.
were deciding whether or not to go to Agora or not today.
Yes.
And you decided to. So what I tell people is look at all your turns as the correct turn because you didn't make the other one. And when you believe that all your turns are correct, which is a decision you've made, then you're going to get confidence in your decision making. With that confidence, you're going to get success in life. And with that success in life, you should be happy.
Yes.
But the whole secret to happiness is to believe in yourself and to enjoy the moment and to join this 30-minute conversation with a beautiful blonde.
You're too kind.
You know, I mean, life is for the living and it's so short. You know?